Welcome everyone to the 2020 Pinky Swear Gala. We hope you're staying safe and healthy during this time, and we thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening for this great cause. I'll be your MC for the evening. I'm Eric Perkins from Care 11. Thrilled to be here for sure, although our plans have definitely changed. We're doing it virtually this year, obviously. We still have an amazing program planned to support a crucial mission, and that is helping kids with cancer and their families. The COVID-19 crisis has affected all of us, frankly, but the kids and families we are coming together to support here tonight have been severely impacted and need our help more than ever. Again, thank you so much for joining us this evening and for your generosity. You are making a direct difference. And speaking of generosity, I want to remind you that silent auction online is still live. You have until 9 p.m. tonight to get in there and bid on a variety of incredible items and experiences, all to help kids with cancer and Pinky Swear. So get bidding. The link is posted below, and be sure to also join us on social media using the hashtag PSFGala for updates on your donations, giveaways, and a whole lot more. And now a quick message from All-Star Jack and his family.
Hi everyone, I'm All-Star Jack. My family and I just want to say thank you so much for joining in the 2020 Pinky Swear Virtual Gala and for your generous donation.
Jack was diagnosed with leukemia for the third time in October, and because of supporters like you, Pinky Swear was able to support us with a mortgage payment, allowing us to put our focus on Jack and his treatment.
With your generous support, families like ours can feel like we're not alone in this journey. Thank you so much, and we hope you continue to show your support by donating generously tonight.
Wow, thank you so much for that inspiring message. All-Star Jack and family, meeting awesome families like theirs has really been a highlight of my time and my partnership with Pinky Swear Foundation. And another person I've really enjoyed getting to know over the years is joining me live right now, and that is Pinky Swear Executive Director, Erica Campbell. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Eric, and thanks everyone. I got dressed up in my gala dress tonight, not just because I needed to get out of my yoga pants, but I also needed to make sure that I wasn't gaining like the freshman 15, the quarantine 15. So luckily I've still fit into this dress from last year. Tonight is still a special night. Our events may be canceled, but childhood cancer is not. And we are already hearing from families who are being incredibly impacted by this COVID-19 crisis. We are hearing from moms and dads who are risking exposure by deciding whether or not they go to work, or who have already lost their jobs and are trying to figure out where the next mortgage payment comes from or how they're going to pay for groceries. So our mission to provide direct financial support to families with a child battling cancer has never been more important and more relevant. And I'm excited to be with you tonight.
Well, we're thrilled to have you for sure. And speaking of that crucial support, Erica, can you expand a little bit on that, on just how Pinky Swear Foundation helps families with a child battling cancer?
Absolutely. And first I'm going to tell you a little bit how we started and how we got our name, the Pinky Swear Foundation. Several years ago, there was a boy named Mitch who was diagnosed with terminal bone cancer when he was just 9 years old. One night he was in the hospital and he overheard another family talking about how they couldn't afford Christmas presents, and that broke Mitch's heart. He asked his dad if he could withdraw his entire life savings of $6,000, and that night they anonymously put that money into orange envelopes and distributed them to other kids with cancer on the oncology floor. And after they finished delivering that last orange envelope, they raced to the elevator and the doors closed, and Mitch looked up to his dad and said, "Dad, that was great. I want to do that again next year." And Mitch's dad was really honest with Mitch about his diagnosis and turned to him and said, "I'm sorry, buddy, but you're probably not going to be here next year." And in that moment, in that graceful time, Mitch paused and said, "Okay then, Dad," and reached out his pinky finger and said, "Make me a pinky swear promise that you will continue to do this after I'm gone." 17 years later, we honor that pinky swear promise, and our programs are an extension of that original gift. I like to think that I have Mitch's old job. First, our Orange Envelope program is sent to families who have a newly diagnosed child with cancer, and their world is turned upside down. We send them a financial gift card and resources to help them get back on their feet. This Orange Envelope program gives them a sense of hope and lets them know they are not alone. And then we know that a child with cancer has a treatment plan of 2 to 3 years, but families typically only have 3 to 6 months of savings. So even a family with strong financial footing quickly finds themselves in financial trouble. So our All-Star Fund provides direct financial support to families. We are paying for their mortgage or their rent or utilities so that they can stay in their home. We provide payments for car loans as well as gift cards for gas so that children can get safely to and from treatment. And we're giving $500 gift cards to families so they can buy groceries and put food on the table. Now this year alone, through this COVID-19 crisis, our financial support programs have been thriving. We are able to still help families thanks to donors like you. We've given out nearly $250,000 in direct support payments since January 1st, but we really need your help to keep going.
Well, that is impact right there. And see, that's exactly why we are here tonight and why it's so important and how your donations will make an immediate difference in people's lives. And to see another example on just how far your dollars can go to help these families in need, here's an example.
I was 12 years old when I was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma. It shocked me a lot. My whole world just changed at that moment.
I mean, you hear so many other families going through it, and then you're in the room with the doctor, and now they're telling you that your daughter has cancer. It's life-changing.
The first thought was, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough to do this. But then you have to do it, so you just do it.
The first time I heard it, I actually fainted. I could not take the news. There was a lot to manage. You're asking a lot of questions, you're meeting a lot of doctors, you keep visiting hospitals, then clinics, then more tests. And somewhere along the line, you really do forget that you still have a lot of other responsibilities. You almost lose sight of your other children sometimes, so they get a little bit neglected when like an organization like Pinky Swear puts together this event, and you go and you have a good time, and you almost forget that you're not dealing with all of that anymore, so it's a good distraction.
Oliver has Down syndrome, and when a person has Down syndrome, they're more likely to have leukemia. At the end of the first round of chemo, we found out that he was not in remission, and so he was reassigned to high-risk protocol, which was a lot more intensive chemo. At that point, I had been working full-time, and I chose to quit my job so that I could focus, number one, on his care.
As you're starting the process and going through, you're just getting medical bills upon medical bills, and you're driving to and from the hospital, paying for parking, and all of these things really add up.
Pinky Swear has been amazing. Just to know that there's so many people who don't even know you and they want to support you is incredible. The financial help has been huge with having to quit my job to be able to support Oliver and take care of him. But too, like the All-Star Weekend was just a time for our family to spend time together and just focus on being a family again.
Just really helps take your mind off of the hard times and just help us kind of focus on the little things and kind of still trying to bring joy to the whole situation. We're really grateful for organizations like Pinky Swear.
When I heard Mitch's story and I saw that first video, so emotional, and I felt like this is something that I really want to be a part of. It was just so overwhelming to kind of hear the story and understand what Pinky Swear does for families and children that are fighting cancer. When a child is diagnosed with cancer, oftentimes one of the parents is unable to continue working because they have to be the caregiver. We at Pinky Swear were able to provide mortgage payments, groceries, different things like that. This is an organization I'm really proud to be affiliated with.
Join us in our mission to help kids with cancer and their families by making a donation today at pinkyswear.org. And thank you for your generosity.
Wow. I'm going to say wow a lot tonight, I think. I just have to say thank you to Erica and the entire team at Pinky Swear Foundation. The impact that you have on these families and the support you provide is simply incredible, just amazing. To our partners at home, now is the time in the program where we invite you to carefully consider your donation for kids battling cancer and their families. Right, Erica?
Yeah, thank you so much, Eric. Tonight we're going to be able to support the all-stars that you saw in that video. And one of the things that I think about is the promises that we make to our children, both spoken and unspoken. You know, I have 2 children, and my daughter often makes me promise that I will give her the last cupcake after she finishes her broccoli. She makes me pinky swear promise that, and it's really important to her. But I think about the promises that I make to my children that are unspoken. These are the promises that I make about their health and wellness, about the depth of my love, about my ability to parent, and my capacity to provide them with food and housing and basic needs. Now, your gift tonight is going to help all-star moms and dads make their burden a little bit lighter and help them fulfill that pinky swear promise that they have made to their own children. So I invite you to walk beside these families and let them know they're not alone. Tonight, you have the opportunity to make some generous gifts. A $1,000 gift can help a family's mortgage payment for 1 month. A $2,000 gift can help us with several mortgage payments and car loans. A $5,000 gift can pay for car payments and utilities for at least a dozen families. And a $10,000 gift can pay for groceries and mortgage payments for dozens of families. Now, if this is a season in your life where your business is thriving, your family is healthy, and you're feeling like you have the desire and the capacity to make a large gift, a $25,000 gift could truly help thousands of families with a child battling cancer. Now, I have an exciting announcement tonight to support those gifts that you'll be making this evening. The David and Janice Larson Family Foundation made a $500,000 gift and is offered to make that a match for all your gifts tonight. It's so incredible, and it means that your $100 donation turns into $200, your $1,000 donation turns into $2, and your $5,000 donation turns into $10. So I invite you to make a gift tonight. The David and Janice Larson Foundation have also made a commitment to build our endowment and are offering to match any endowment gifts. So if you're interested in making a gift that has an impact today and for generations to come, please consider an endowment gift as well. All of your gifts tonight will be matched. And we are so grateful to all of you to walk beside these families, giving them hope tonight and in times of crisis. Thank you so much. We are Pinky Swear, and you are Pinky Swear. Thanks, everyone.
My goodness, thank you so much, Erica, for those amazing words. Tonight, our goal is to raise $285,000, which will help us help approximately 450 kids battling cancer. Thank you for your generosity up front. Don't forget, we are posting the Fund a Need updates on Pinky Swear Foundation's Facebook and Twitter pages. I'm telling you, this is totally virtual. Be sure to follow us on the hashtag PSF Gala to see the impact we're having on these kids together. Stay tuned now for more exciting interviews and giveaways coming up soon. But first, a message from our sponsors.
Nothing stands still, least of all your supply chain. But we are here, keeping you connected, relentlessly improving and innovating, seeing things differently all around the world, delivering infinite possibilities through one solution. C.H. Robinson.
Well, we really couldn't do this evening here tonight without the help from our incredible sponsors, and we'd like to mention them and thank them again. C.H. Robinson, Eckerline Wealth Management, Medica, Martian McLennan Agency, Wiley Wallaby Licorice, Nutrisource Pet Food, Blue 42 Agency, and MSP Magazine, and to all our other sponsors, thank you so much for making tonight a success. My next two guests are really excited to be joining you all this evening. They are the incredible co-chairs for tonight's event. We couldn't do this without them, Mary Setter and Nancy Stieg. Good evening, ladies.
Thank you, Eric, for emceeing this wonderful event and for being such a great support for the Pinky Swear Foundation. We all appreciate everything you do for our group. Before we get started, though, I'd like to take a moment and thank our wonderful chair committee that has worked tirelessly at putting together this gala. Even though the gala started out as a live gala and changed to a virtual gala, they didn't miss a beat and continue to develop this going forward. We're very excited to have this tonight.
Yeah, this is such an important night for Pinky Swear Foundation. What really inspires both of you to support this mission?
Speaking for myself, initially that beautiful story of a 9-year-old boy, Mitch Chapokas, and his battle with cancer, how he and his family made a Pinky Swear promise with his father, Steve, that they would continue this legacy going forward. This child gave the last little bit of his monies for other families that were fighting cancer, and the spirit of this family moving forward to continue that Pinky Swear promise through the foundation. It's been inspiring to watch, and it's been inspiring to be a part of. And the secret sauce that Pinky Swear has really shown me is really inspiring children to help other children and to give back in their communities. That's what inspires me.
Nancy, how about you?
Well, I've really been moved hearing stories from all-star families about what a difference Pinky Swear has made for them when they've needed the help most. I was approached by a family at an event, and they came up to me and they gave me just a huge hug, and they just gushed with thanks for the support that they received. So that's been a huge inspiration to me, along with the incredible Pinky Swear staff. For most of us, it's difficult to comprehend the challenges that a family faces when their child has been diagnosed with cancer. But Erica and everyone on the Pinky Swear team is so compassionate and empathetic, and they're intensely committed to making sure that they can support as many families as possible. And seeing firsthand how tirelessly they work to get that done has been a true inspiration to me.
Yeah, obviously this has been such a big switch, hosting a virtual event like this on our computers and on our phones here tonight. What is something, though, beneficial from a virtual gala like this?
You know, of course, when we made the switch to a virtual gala, it was a little disappointing, because obviously the live gala is so much fun, but it gave us the opportunity to say, how could we reach different people through social media and other avenues that have not heard the Pinky Swear mission? And so we have the ability to get a whole lot more people interested in our organization.
Right, and we also had the right group of people, the right volunteers, an incredible gala committee to pull this off. Not only did they plan a full in-person gala, but then they quickly switched gears and made this virtual experience happen. We're just so grateful to all of them for their commitment and for their generosity. They put together a silent auction that is incredible. It's up and live, and we hope you're out there checking it out. Mary's going to tell us about a few of her favorite items in the auction.
Some of the favorites on the auction out there for me are great. With all of us being home these past several weeks in quarantine, I think that Stock the Bar might be something that gets a lot of bids, as well as the wine wall. I think people will be pretty excited about those items. Me in particular, I am very excited about a 6-bedroom luxury cabin in Grandview that's on there. I definitely want to bid on that. And there's many, many more fun children's adventures and things that you should look at. The process is very simple. Simply go to the site, click on an item, it'll get more information, and get ready to bid. The live auction will be open until 9 p.m. Tonight. So get out there, get bidding. And I just want to say that the support that we can get from people like you will help us with many, many more families with a child battling cancer. So thank you so much for any support you can give.
Mary, Nancy, beautifully spoken. You two have been so fun to chat with here tonight. I want to personally thank you for your time and your incredible commitment to the Pinky Swear Foundation and its mission. And to those of you at home, oh, who am I kidding? We're all at home, right? You're all there, and be sure to keep bidding, if you would, on these incredible silent auction items. Every dollar going to this great cause. So please, I want to see some intense bidding wars out there. We will be right back with a special announcement, so stay tuned.
During our nation's pandemic, Pinky Swear Gala looks, feels, and is different than in the past. This COVID crisis has and will continue to impact each household, just like cancer has impacted our family. We are forever grateful and thankful for donors like each one of you, especially in these unknown and stressful COVID times. Your generosity is appreciated more than you'll truly ever know. Be well, be safe, and thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. We are Heather and PJ Fleck, the head football coach at the University of Minnesota. Tonight, we are all coming together to support an incredible cause, helping kids with cancer and their families. We were first introduced to Pinky Swear Foundation about a year ago when Heather and I met Erica and Tim. We were blown away by the work they do for families, and we found an even deeper connection with our good friend, all-star Megan Wagner, who is fiercely battling osteosarcoma.
To Megan and her family, Andrea, Matt, Michael, and Maddie, we are here for you and praying for you daily.
To all of you listening and watching from home, thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for your incredible generosity. You are the ones making a huge difference in the lives of kids like all-star Megan Wagner. So please dig deep, give generously, and row the boat, Ski-U-Ma, and go Gophers. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our first ever Pinky Swear virtual gala here in 2020. We're doing it a little differently this year. I'm Eric Perkins, your MC again. From Care 11, and thanks so much again for letting me be a part of this, such an amazing mission. And I hope you're all having a great time tonight donating to this fantastic cause. And for those of you just tuning in tonight, we have already heard from Pinky Swear Foundation's Executive Director, Erica Campbell, as well as the two co-chairs for tonight's soiree, Mary Setter and Nancy Stieg. And now I'm very excited to introduce to you a couple of very special guests. Lance and Reed Larson's Family Foundation, the David and Janice Larson Foundation, recently made a generous donation to honor and celebrate the life of David Larson and All-Star Cal. Cal sadly passed away several years ago when he was just 5 years old, but this gift will help keep Cal's legacy going strong. And tonight, the David and Janice Larson Foundation is matching not only your gifts to the Fund a Need, but also gifts to the endowment to ensure sustainability long into the future. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, Lance and Reed. Welcome.
Hello, everyone, and happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Welcome again to Pinky Swear's Foundation's virtual gala. My name is Lance Larson. I have known and been a friend of Tim Reinhardt since really elementary school. We go way back to the ball fields and running around town together. You know, the Reinhardts as a family are just a wonderful family. Tom and Lisa, Tim's parents, essentially are second parents to me. I grew up at least 50% of the time in their home, in their basement. You know, so 20 years later, here we are, or thereabouts. Could be a little more, could be a little less, but 20 years later, the Reinhardts have built this beautiful family, this beautiful life in Minnesota, have raised 3 children. You know, but their beautiful life has not always been without struggle. You know, I remember specifically when I heard that Cal had become ill. I also remember the countless days and nights that Tim and Lucy and Cal spent in the hospital. And that was tough. Obviously, we love them like we love family. It was tough on, obviously, myself and Reed and our mom and dad, and this is why we've decided to really support Pinky Swear. The simplified mission of the David and Janie Larson Foundation is to support those in need. As our family began to consider causes that we'd like to support, we began to look at our own experiences and those closest to us. And the Reinhardts really came to the top of the list. Their battle and their process with Cal and fighting pediatric cancer was something that made a lasting impression on me individually, as well as my family members. So we wanted to see what we could do to help out. As a family, this Thanksgiving, we had a discussion about how we might be able to help others that are fighting that same battle, that are on that same journey. So what we wanted to do is try to find a way to provide or ease the burden for families that are working through this and in this battle. A lot of families have to travel from all over the state or all over the country, for that matter, to get quality health care. And that means they're likely not working, or they're working less. So one of the things that we wanted to do is try to ease that burden, right? And by easing that burden, by doing something so simple, we can allow these families and these parents to focus on what is really the most important. And what the most important thing is, obviously, their children and being able to be there with them. So that's a little bit of what we've done. I went to speak with Tim and Lucy Reinhardt at their home the day after Thanksgiving. I told them a few days prior that I'd really like to talk to them, and I had something on my mind. And I think I don't know what they thought I was going to tell them, but I think they were a little concerned. But we had an opportunity to get the kids off to the side and, doing some quiet time with a book or a movie or what have you. And we got to have a discussion about what our family, what the Larson Family Foundation would like to do. And that was to create an endowment in Cal Thomas Reinhardt's name to support families going through this trying time. Well, Tim and Lucy were enthusiastically supportive, and we really enjoyed that. The quest now is to figure out, how do we do it? Because I wasn't aware of Pinky Swear. I don't believe that Reed or my mom were aware of Pinky Swear either, but we did have this idea of helping people to be able to focus on their greatest challenge and to be able to be there with their children and ease that burden. So we actually approached Tim and Lucy with that, as I illustrated, and they got back to us saying, you might reach out to Pinky Swear. So we did. I got back to Kansas City and made a phone call to Pinky Swear's offices. It was actually after hours at the time. Left a message thinking I'd receive a call back in the next day or two. And I actually received a call that night. So this is probably 8:00 p.m. I received a call from Erica Campbell, Executive Director of Pinky Swear. We had a nice chat and kind of told her what we were thinking in regards to a gift to be able to be used this calendar year, as well as a large initial endowment gift that would allow Pinky Swear to begin to plan for the future. So, as they say, the rest was pretty much history, and it's really an honor for us. I speak for myself here, but it's really an honor for us to be able to support families in need, like the Reinhardts, like Mitch and his family, who've set up this wonderful, wonderful thing. And it's truly our honor to support all the Pinky Swear families out there that are in this fight.
Lance, those are some amazing words right there, and thank you so much for sharing them and what was on your heart tonight. We appreciate you and your time. Reed, let's turn it to you. I'd love to hear your connection to all this as well and why it's so personal.
Hey, thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, and really excited to be participating in this virtual Pinky Swear Gala today. And you know, like Lance said, he hit a lot of the good points and the heartfelt points. And you know, being the younger brother, I've known the Reinhardts for well over 30 years and was always participating with them through Lance and Tim and sports and school and various activities, and it was always great. And our families were very aligned. Both of our fathers coached us in sports, and our families were involved with the community, and you know, it was pretty much growing up all the way till high school, and we all went off to different colleges, and we would reconvene. And you know, obviously the day, you know, when Cal got sick, it was very impactful to obviously myself and our entire family. And you know, like Lance mentioned, after our father had created this foundation, we thought, what better use of his legacy to support a cause like this, and working with Pinky Swear is just a great opportunity to make an unbelievable direct impact in the lives of others, and to support Cal and Tim and Lucy and the Reinhardt family is very rewarding to us. So we can't wait to continue this support, and we look forward to everybody else's support and just really growing the Pinky Swear and building on the legacy of Cal. And we're just really excited to just make this thing last forever and keep making the impacts for everybody.
Lance and Reed, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us tonight. That is truly an incredible tribute and gift to honor your best friend's son and to help so many more families as well, so thank you. When we come back, Super Cal's parents, Lucy and Tim Reinhardt, will help me with awarding some incredible Pinky Swear supporters, so stay tuned for that. But now we have another special guest, live from North Carolina. Please help me welcoming Olivia Reagan, who's here to sing "The Sun is Rising."
When life was cut too deep and left you hurting, and the future you had hoped for is now burning, and the dreams you held so tight have lost their meaning, and you don't know if you'll ever find the healing. You're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, and the night can
Thank you so much, Olivia. What an amazing voice. All right, soon we will hear from Lucy and Tim Reinhardt, parents to All-Star Cal. Each year, we like to highlight several amazing supporters of the Pinky Swear mission with a few different awards. These awards include the long-standing Keeper Award for an individual or company, a new award that we're handing out this year in honor of their son, Cal, Tim, and Lucy, that will celebrate a family or group doing amazing things for Pinky Swear. And this year, we are also going to celebrate the top youth and adult fundraiser from 2019. Drum roll, please. Lucy, Tim, won't you please do the honors?
Good evening, everyone. We are the Reinhardt family. I'm Tim.
I'm Lucy.
I'm Annabelle. I'm Ellie.
And we are very honored to be here with you tonight. As our good friends Lance and Reed Larson mentioned, we are the parents of All-Star Cal, or Super Cal, as many of our friends like to call him.
Cal was our special boy. He loved his family dearly. He would have wanted nothing more than to give back to families and kids like him. Keeping his legacy through Pinky Swear's new Super Cal Award is a special tribute to our special boy.
The annual Keeper Award is a tradition that honors an individual or company that has continued to move Pinky Swear Foundation's mission forward in great ways.
This year's award recipient has been a longtime partner who's continued to be creative and innovative in their efforts, not only in funds, but in awareness of the mission. They are committed to supporting families undergoing treatment for childhood cancer. They've washed cars, they've hosted lemonade stands, they've hosted ping pong tournaments, they participated in Mess Fest, and donated over $200,000 so far.
Congratulations and thank you to Northwestern Mutual Twin Cities.
The Super Cal Award will be celebrated annually to a family that has partnered with Pinky Swear Foundation to provide love and hope to families of a child with cancer.
The first ever Super Cal Award goes to
The White family! With parents Ann and Kent, son Alex, and daughter Kendall, for all their work in honor of their son Zach that passed away in 2009.
For nearly a decade, the White family has organized an amazing neighborhood fundraising carnival in Zach's memory. They've donated the proceeds to Pinky Swear Foundation over $100,000 so far. Alex and Kendall have raced in the triathlon each year, and Kendall remains active on the Pinky Swear Youth Leadership Council. This family embodies the mission of Pinky Swear and has helped hundreds of families like them. Congratulations to the first ever Super Cal recipients, the White family.
We hope Zach and Cal are good buddies in heaven. Yay! Pinky Swear Foundation relies heavily on passionate donors like you, but also on passionate members of the community of all ages who want to help families of a child with cancer.
We are excited to recognize the 2019 Top Fundraiser Award.
The Youth Fundraiser Top Award goes to Jessica and Ben Nigbert. And the Adult Fundraiser Top Awards goes to Sandy Letterfine.
Thank you to these award winners for helping families find hope and reason to celebrate, even in stressful times.
This was Mitch's promise. This is also our promise to Cal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucy and Tim. All right, who's feeling a little hungry? I know I am, and we have somebody that can actually help with that. She is a friend of Pinky Swear, Ariana Fagan, joining us live from her kitchen here tonight. Good evening, Ariana.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for supporting the Pinky Swear Foundation. My name's Ariana Fagan, I'm 15 years old, and my younger siblings and I have been supporters of Pinky Swear since 2013. I've been cooking since I was 4 years old, and I recently had the opportunity to represent Minnesota on MasterChef Junior, which was such an incredible experience. After getting back from the show, I was able to train with chefs that I could have only dreamed of meeting and take my cooking to Michelin-starred restaurants around the country. But I really wanted to leverage my passion for cooking as a platform to help others. And that's when I had the idea to create this private dining experience that I'm so excited to contribute to the Pinky Swear Foundation's gala. With the help of many kind and generous people, we've been able to raise over $500,000 for charitable causes. And all the money raised from this private dinner are going directly to help kids with cancer and their families. In the spirit of doing whatever I can to help during the current pandemic, I had the idea to put together a video series with quick, easy, and healthy dishes for people who are working from home or have kids impacted by school closures. In the style of my video series, Corona Time Cooking, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite dishes that I love to do at my private dinners. We're going to be making the ultimate pan-seared steak infused with herbs and garlic, so without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is pat our steak dry with paper towels, and what this is going to do is it's going to help the steak get a super crispy, crunchy exterior in the pan. Next, we're going to season our steak generously with some salt and pepper. Don't forget to flip it over and get the other side. The next thing you're going to want to do is get your cast iron pan super hot. If you don't have a cast iron pan, you can use whatever large skillet you have on hand, but I love cast iron because it helps give the steak a really amazing sear. Once your pan is smoking hot, you're going to want to add in your oil. And I like to use an oil like canola oil because it has a super high smoke point so it won't burn your steak. Now we can add our steak to the pan. That's the sound you want to hear right there. Sear your steak for about 3 minutes per side to get the perfect golden exterior. Time to flip. Once your steak is seared on both sides, you're going to want to add a couple tablespoons of butter. Next, we're going to add 3 to 4 cloves of crushed garlic. And now directly into this butter mixture, I'm going to add in some fresh rosemary, some fresh thyme, and some amazing fresh sage. The next thing I'm going to do is get a spoon and baste all the juices from the pan over the steak. And what this is going to do is it's going to serve as like an oven to help cook the steak on the inside and also infuse the steak with all the amazing flavors from the herbs and garlic. You're going to want to continue basting until the steak reaches your desired internal temperature. A medium rare steak should be 130 degrees when tested with a thermometer. But another trick is to feel around in this part of your hand right here. If you feel the steak and it feels like this part of your hand, then it's a perfect medium rare. I just pulled our steak out of the pan. It smells absolutely amazing and I'm so tempted to cut into it now. But the key is to let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes. And what this is going to do is it's going to help all the juices in the steak reabsorb. And so when you cut into it, you're going to have a perfect juicy steak. I promise you these minutes of temptation are so worth it. And here we have the most amazing ribeye cooked to perfection. I would absolutely love to make this steak for you. My dad's also going to be at the private dinner. He's a Napa Valley Wine Academy certified sommelier, and of course all the money is going to an amazing cause. So I hope you have an incredible evening and bon appetit.
Hello, we are the brothers of All-Star David. We just want to say thank you so much for all your generous donations. Because of supporters like you, families like ours can feel like we're not alone in our journey.
We hope you continue to show your support by donating generously tonight. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my absolute pleasure to host this first ever Pinky Swear Gala virtual style online. Together we are providing critical support to these families, keeping the mission moving forward and keeping the legacy of that original Pinky Swear going strong. We've heard from all-star families, staff, volunteers, sponsors, and so many more. I couldn't be prouder of this community stepping up and partnering on all this together. So thank you so much for your time, your support, and please remember that that silent auction, including the Donate Now button, is open through 9 p.m. here tonight. So continue to bid aggressively, won't you? And donate generously. That's really why we're all here tonight. And if you want to learn more, Pinky Swear's website is pinkyswear.org. So it has been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now please travel safely back home or from your couch to your bedroom. You get the idea. Good night, everybody.